Good morning, Internet. There's Mom. Hi, Mom. And sister. Hey. We are at the George Bush Presidential Library Museum today at SMU. And we decided to have a little mini vacation, do some touristy things, even though we're in Dallas, where we all live, or live really close to. But we're excited. We're going to do that today. Other sister and dad are here too. This screen goes all the way around inside the museum. Super cool. We're like out in the little main reception area, and it goes all the way around. And after a while, it'll change, and it just looks like it's the stone or marble artwork etched up, but it's really a screen. It's pretty awesome. We're in the museum, and we're in this section about the education reform and literacy, and my favorite book of all time, The Very Hungry Caterpillar, is here, and I think it's awesome because it's my favorite book, and all of these books were picked out by Laura Bush, President Bush's wife, and part of her Advocate for Reading campaign, and she handpicked all of these books to be here, and my favorite book is here. This is an exact replica of the Oval Office, the way it was designed for President Bush. The First Lady designs the Oval Office, and this is how it was done during President Bush's term. This is the Texas Rose Garden. It's modeled after the White House Rose Garden, where President Bush and his wife, Miss Laura Bush, would honor guests. And they even honored the National Teacher of the Year, which I think is really cool. And this is set up very similar to the one in the White House here in Texas. And it's really neat because all the roses, and in Tyler, where I'm from, we have a rose garden as well. And so it was fun to like walk out in the big city and you smell it and you're like, oh, it's just like home. We're at the Decision Point Theater, where we make decisions on what we would have done based on information they give us, which is similar to the information given to the president. And then we have to make decisions pretty quickly like he does, and so we'll see how this turns out.
My first choice was to use diplomacy rather than putting American troops into harm's way. The UN had already passed 16 resolutions demanding that Saddam Hussein disarm. I was hopeful that the 17th Security Council resolution, threatening serious consequences if he did not comply, would get his attention. But he ignored that resolution. We sought an 18th resolution but failed to get it. It became clear that the diplomatic track was not working. So rather than accepting Saddam's defiance, we led an international coalition to topple his regime. Before 9/11, Saddam Hussein was a problem America might have been able to manage. But after 9/11, the stakes were too high to trust the dictator's word against the weight of evidence and the consensus of the world. Saddam posed too big a risk to ignore. He had used weapons of mass destruction in the past, showed every sign of continuing to pursue such weapons, and supported international terrorist organizations. The world was made safer by his removal. With his departure, 25 million Iraqis had the chance to live in freedom and build a free society. The new democracy in Iraq can be a valuable ally in the heart of the Middle East and a beacon of hope to reformers around the world.
We're at the 6th Floor Museum, which is the museum in honor of President John F. Kennedy, because we're in the building where the shots were fired, the fatal shot was fired that killed him whenever he was on Elm Street doing a parade. We're on the 7th floor, even though it was on the 6th floor, but you can't film there. And right down there's a little X on the road of where the fatal shot hit the president. And So this gives you an idea of the angle that the shot came from. What do you think about the museum?
It was very informative, and I feel like we need to go back to Vegas and get our CSI license so that way we could figure out what really happened. Because evidently, Oswald was not alone on this. That somebody was in the grassy knoll and shot him as well. That there was 4 gunshots. 3 from up there and 1 from down here.
Yep.
That's my thoughts. But it was very good.
Very good conclusion.
Yes.
She's running out there to stand on the X.
Where supposedly the fatality shot was taken.
Can't take very long.
No.
Don't want to make it 2 in the same spot.